Hello, everybody. This is your wacky kitchen witch.
That's funny.
Today we're going to make soap.
I caught her off guard.
Melt and pour soap, to be exact. And it's going to be scented with Egyptian musk. And what you'll need is little soap molds.
Where'd you get yours at? And turn it on the back? It's a little tree of life?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe that these ones came from a website called Apothecary online or something like that. I'd have to remember, but...
And this is a little, the goddess mold.
Yes, this is a little window dwarf.
Yeah.
And our first little experiment is you can take clear soap to make your own soap. But what you do is you take your clear soap, you put it in one of your containers,
Okay.
whoops, and you make a bubble on the way out, and you take a few drops of your oil that you want, and you put it in there, and you take your little plastic butter knife or a stick, or in some cases you can even use a toothpick, and you stir it up, and you notice it'll start to get a little creamy or change color slightly. Then you pull out your butter knife and you do like so. You set this in your sink. And you close your lid and voila! You have your own hand soap.
Scented.
Scented hand soap.
Oh.
We're going to melt the soap.
Yeah, this was some soap that we had already dyed.
Yeah, so it's shea butter, coconut oil, palm oil, safflower, and glycerin soap that we've already made. But because I wanted to show people how to do melt and pour soaps, we decided to take them out of the packaging and redo them so that people could see how to do their own melt and pour soaps.
Okay. And where'd you get your soap at?
Apothecary.
Okay. I know what that is.
It's a really nice website. You can get your mold. You can get some molds there. You can also get some molds off of eBay. Sometimes you can even find them on Etsy. Well, like for instance, in order to get it purple, we use what they call pigment powder. And this was the pigment powder that we used.
Okay.
And the actual, well, I was going to say the actual website, but this pigment comes from a place called www.naturesoil.com.
What are you doing?
Oiling up the mold just to be sure that they're oiled up enough.
Okay. So you can use Pam or what kind of oil?
Safflower, olive, any type of little oil. You could even use one of these oils to do it if you wanted to.
Alright. Can you mix that like you did your other soap inside the soap blend when you melted it?
The scent, yes.
Okay. How long did you put your microwave on for your soap?
This time was 1:50.
Alright. This is all the... Let's see how it looks. Look at this. Ah, straight. That's some good stuff. How hot does it get?
Hot.
Oh. So be very careful with this. You
Yes,
don't
be
pour it on
very
yourself.
careful. And if you have any little ones, make sure they're out of the room or you're helping them make this.
Yep.
Don't want any burnt little ones.
Or you want to spill on your floor and have dried soap.
Being is there's the one batch, I will just use the Egyptian musk.
Okay. Gotcha.
And what you do, you fill up your little dropper.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Cool.
Then you take your knife and you stir your scent around. That way it gets evenly into your soap mix.
Cool. Looks like paint, huh? Mm-hmm. Alright, now, how does it smell?
Really good.
Good. Now, all we're going to do, be careful. There you go. Pour it into our next mold. And we're going to keep pouring until we run out. We might be able to fit one of the goddesses. Want to try, guys? We're cleaning up as we go. Oh.
And sometimes you'll have a little bit more extra than you think. And occasionally you will see where it separates. Sometimes, not always. It doesn't always do that.
More clear on this one. Yep.
But that's just a little bit of because the oil that I put in there. Take your finger and rub it all around and make sure that it gets in all the little crevices that are in there. Because if you don't, and you go to try to take your soap out of its mold...
How do you take it out?
We'll have to do a video on that part too.
Okay. Does it push it out really?
Basically.
Okay.
And when you see that you got a little extra
oil
in there,
mm-hmm.
just kind of run it down the edge here. So that way you get it and get it out of there so it doesn't get in your soap.
Okay. Not a problem.
Then you take your soap that you've just recently poured.
And you said 2 to 4 hours it'll set?
Sometimes faster, depending.
Okay.
And you move it forward.
And
now, one little surprise with this is it hardens, the very top layer will harden quickly. So you have to stir it and then stick it back in your microwave for about 20 to 15 seconds.
Okay.
To get it reheated enough to be able to pour.
Oops.
And you take it out.
Yep.
Clear your microwave, of course. Take your little butter knife and you stir it, or your stick, whatever you choose to use.
Okay.
Make sure that it melts the little pieces on the edge. Take out your butter knife. And you pour the last little bit into your mold.
Perfect. And there's your little goddess.
Now then cleanup is easy. Turn your hot water on and bam.
Done.
That's easy as can be. Whenever you go to pop them out of the molds, you'll have to be careful because if you don't and you go to pop them out, you're liable to break your mold at the same time. So be very careful when you do so.
Alright. And this is from our soap molds. And how long does it once it takes to set?
Anywhere from 2 hours to maybe 5 or 6. You can even let it set overnight, and then that way you know for certain that it's done.
Okay, that's awesome.
And don't forget, you can always make your own hand soap by adding just a little bit of clear soap, clear liquid soap, and your scent, and there you go. But that's all for this video, this go around. Ta-ta for now.